Lady Igraine, there is evidence of a few people having been here. Sir Galahad must have had help.
Get word to the council that we have tracked the convict. Tell every able knight to converge towards Whitechapel.
Yes, milady.
God be my witness. I will see to the end of the rebellion.
You need to chill out, Igraine. You need to learn what the hell's going on here.
Everyone, leave! Now!
We need to leave. It is only a matter of time until the authorities raid Whitechapel and make prisoners of every man and woman.
Salvage what you can and go. I have unfinished business at the palace.
Have you lost your senses? The palace is the last place you should show yourself.
I have to get Nicola out of there. I owe him that much.
Alistair knows you. He'll expect you to come.
I know.
Then we will go together.
No. This is a fight that I must see through, alone.
Bullshit!
If I live to see tomorrow, I shall find you.
So be it, knight.
Do you not know? I am a knight no longer.
But you're a knight in ideology.
A knight you are not, monsieur.
Oh, shit.
But are you a turncoat or a patriot?
What would you have me be, Marquis?
I believe you have reason for what you do. Two revolutions have taught Lafayette that there are dangers on both sides.
I will not forget this, Marquis.
See that you do not, monsieur. Should you threaten the cause of liberty, you can count on Lafayette to be your sworn enemy. Adieu, monsieur. Until we meet again.
That we will, my friend.
See, I can trust Lafayette. He hesitated. He was like, ah, fuck, I gotta go with the group call here. I don't wanna, but I do. Chapter 14, to save a life. I do want to save Tesla. If we can get Lucan killed in the process.
Us so soon.
Ah! Oh.
Debbie,
So you do remember my name?
there is much I should explain to you, and I should have trusted you long ago.
There's no time for pleasantries. It seems you are eager to get yourself killed.
I must make this right, whatever the cost.
Then take this. Oh, and do come back in one piece. It seems my queen is taking a liking to you.
Let's get a move on. I did ship Igraine, Galahad, but now that she's kind of crazy, maybe she's angry that, she saw me with the rebellion leader and is like, Galahad's heart is not mine. But that would be demeaning.
The Knights. They seem to have taken control over the daily operations around the city.
Understandable. One of their own attempted to kill a lord. He gets caught and escapes. There's no telling if the fugitive will not try again.
That's what worries me.
God, I'm listening to the people in the background.
Stop it.
Well, we have numbers on our side.
Lost soul meets his maker. Just as the great ball of Westminster was striking midnight, an unknown man leaped from the dizzying heights of Westminster, the palace central tower, into the dark waters of the Thames. Is it Thames? Thames? Dames? Thames? Demes? Why did this man jump, and how did he get there? Are questions both the Palace of Westminster and Scotland Yard are looking to answer. Sole witness believes man may have been part of a bombing plot. Oh, they're just all looking for me. All right. I didn't commit suicide, although apparently I got pretty goddamn close. I mean, I was out for weeks just because I jumped into the water. I even had some Blackwater given to me. That should have fucking fixed me up immediately. Okay. We are very lucky that guy wasn't looking down this way. Don't know if we're gonna be sneaking through here, but honestly, we should probably kill every single person along
Come
here.
in. I'm in the catacombs, on my way to you.
Sir Galahad, are you mad? You must not come this way.
Stay put. I'll be there shortly.
What if someone was listening to the comms? God damn it. They came up here just ready to fight. Number 1. Is there a number 2? There's a number 4. Okay. I have no idea what these are for. Let's get a move on. I was kind of hoping like maybe they'd come in and be like, where was that sound coming from? And then I'd ambush them. Did I kill... the red crosshair says I killed someone. I guess I must have gotten one headshot somewhere along the lines. Oh shit. Ah ha ha ha! BRB! Running to other cover! God damn shotgunners! Son of a bitch! Maybe his legs are weak to things. Ah! Because he's got like a lot of chest armor, he's got face armor. Let's shoot out his legs. Because it doesn't look like his feet are covered up at all. There's gotta be some way to easily take these guys out, because it's ridiculous that like they can just run at me and I can unload half a fucking clip and nothing happens to them, you know? It is incredibly dark down here. Alright, we're gonna back it up a little bit. I need to be secure. And that means staying back as far as I can. Come on. I know you want to fight me. And I think I might have discovered your weakness. Your feetsies. They're not coming. Maybe they know. Maybe they've learned that maybe they shouldn't charge down the same path that I ran into. I'm a little worried. Because I don't want to get shotgunned in the fucking face immediately. Doesn't look like his feet are all that vulnerable either. So I'm basically just like really shit out of luck when it comes to this guy. Except to the slow motion thing. You know, I'll be honest, I haven't used the hell out of it as much as I should have. But I just like aiming at people and taking out the groups on my own. You know? Alright. I need ammo. I think I'll keep the auto rifle. It seems to be pretty effective. Ah, no, fuck it. Carbine. Alright. Is there anything down here?
Sir Galahad, we may have a complication. Sir Lucan is on his way.
Dodge it.
You need to get out of there, now.
There is nothing to fear, my friend. I will keep communication open on my side. It'll be alright.
Nicola, don't be a fool! Nicola! Damn.
I will keep communication open on my side, he says as he doesn't. How come I haven't just like straight up said, hey, Lucan's a werewolf. Lucan is a half-breed. There must be ways to test this stuff out. Right? This is how come I got really angry about the fucking the court shit. Right? All I would have to say is look, give Lucan the werewolf test. And if he isn't a werewolf, then kill me. And then he'd be like, I have to go. You shouldn't listen to this guy. It's a simple fucking test.
To the advocate of the American Eastern Coast chapter. The events of the last few days have raised many concerns amongst our people. The Empire believes the monarchy is well and in control, but nothing could be further from the truth. Though they curse the oppression of the Queen's rule, little do they know that there is a far more potent group now in charge. The Order has declared martial law throughout London, and I fear we are moving towards a point of no return. The sentinels that have, under the guise of protection, kept a vigilant watch over us now hover over our lives with the weight and deafening sound of oppression. Were we better off under the rule of Her Majesty? Will we long for the day she appeared from her seclusion to patronize us? I have yet to understand why all this has happened. Therefore, I implore you, do not return. Not yet. It may be only a matter of time before we are forced to come to you and abandon the place we once called home.
Oh. Maybe the Queen got turned into a vampire and they've just kept her hidden. Or she's just dead. I don't know. Wow, that was lucky. I pulled out my gun to shoot that fucking, like, thing right there. I was gonna shoot that, and then there happened to be a guy running down the same way. Fuck you, buddy. Alright. He saved my life, though, so maybe I shouldn't say fuck you. They totally had the drop on me right there. This seems like a good hallway to ambush me. But I guess nothing's gonna be here. Alright. Okay, I just don't believe in fucking locks after. Well, that was fucking worthless. Okay, alright. I'm just getting really worried about my life here. I have grenades, so I'm gonna toss a couple of them. Ow! Fuck! You know this could be working a lot better than how I'm making it work. But we'll be fine. Oh, there's a guy behind me. God, you suck at fucking shooting. Everybody else was like annihilating the hell out of me. He's just like, I am so glad that guy is just a really bad shot, apparently. Oh, shit! Ah! Damn, there are so fucking many!
Right here. I'll cover you.
As long as I can keep out DPSing, or just stay alive in general, as they keep charging down this way, I'll be fine. Holy shit! We got a new guy! Fuck, 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 fuck! Ah! Don't do it, you fool! Jesus Christ. He might as well have lit himself on fire. Alright, come on, Galahad, get up! Get up, Galahad! Shit. Oh, shit. Fuck me. fuck me! God damn it! It is literally the heart I fucking hate. The enemies in this fucking game that just take so much fucking damage for no really good reason at all. Holy shit. You just unload entire clips into them and they go, meh, die bitch. It's fucking absurd. And there's not a lot of fucking cover in this place either. All of it is in their fucking direction. See, this is what I was talking about at the beginning when I said, a lot of times I think it can handle things in games until they just start overloading the bullshit. Like, once the game reaches the point where you're fighting like 15 to 20 dudes all at once, and like 2 of them take an immense amount of damage. Yeah, no, that fucking part's gonna give me trouble even on normal difficulty. Oh, fuck.
Damn it to hell.
Oh shit, I went the wrong way! Okay. That is so fucking bad! Oh my god, it is so fucking useless. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Alright, I just really want to make a note. That fucking slow motion shit is stupid. Because if the enemy is slightly behind cover, suddenly you aren't able to hit them. And that's just really absurd. Alright, I need to toss more grenades into this room. I can handle it. Finally, a room that's giving me trouble, right? Three, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I have no idea if that even killed them. Just kind of hoping for the best. Thank God this weapon is incredible. Woo, so close to death! Oh, thank God. I think we're good. We got all their high damage dudes. Damn, how many of you guys are there? Holy shit, that was just an immense number of enemies constantly pouring in. Alright. We have a breather. Maybe we can find some ammo. I don't like the thermite gun in comparison to the arc gun. Arc gun, or the thermite gun's cool and all, but it requires you to like follow up your shot. So you have to shoot twice in order to do damage, and that's not effective. Actually, there's a grenade launcher in this room. I don't remember where it went though. Up there it is. How much ammo does it have? Ah, it doesn't have the arc gun. Alright.
Sorry, lads.
Did I just say sorry, lads? Because I killed all those guys? Ah, yeah. Again, another group of people just doing their jobs generally. Whew! Frame rate's getting choppy. Got too many dead bodies in one fucking zone, apparently. Oh, Lord. Getting hard to aim. FPS at like 5. Whew. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was clear. Is there anybody with a side weapon? There isn't. Shit.
Nicola, just the man I wanted to see.
No, no!
How may I help you, Sir Lucan?
Come with me. We have much to discuss.
Yes, sir.
Damn you, Alistair.
Shit! I need to get over there. I also need ammo. Come on, lots of ammo, lots of ammo. We need to rush! While also having ammo. Nicola's totally fucking dead, though. Absolutely. now that Alistair's down there, oh boy. Nikola Tesla! Oh no!
Nicola, what happened?
Lady Lakshmi was right. He knew.
I'll get you out of here. Come on.
He's still in there. It's too late. There's nothing we can do.
There's still something I must do.
Brother, let us embrace. I don't know if I like the name of this chapter.
Alistair!
I knew you would return, brother.
Come out of the shadows, damn you!
You and I, we are not that different.
Really, this speech?
I do what I must to protect my kind. We fight only for our right to live.
That's a lie!
One day, perhaps, you will understand. Forgive me, Grayson. This is not the outcome I sought.
Well, then maybe you should have been more direct about things. You want to defend Lycans? You're not doing a fucking good job of it. Stab in the back! Nope, okay. I don't know if I actually really want to fight him in his true self! Ah! Okay, alright, right. We're fighting him. I gotta be ready to dodge. Right! Or left. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just pressing buttons. Up! And stab! Oh wait, I have the attack. Oh, never mind. So he's generally an elder. I'd imagine so. He's capable of dishing out damage and taking damage. Ooh, dodge! Right as I was pressing attack. Is there even a reason for me to do light attacks? I don't know. I'm trying to do it. And in the face. spamming the hell out of R2 a bunch. I haven't really actually used like L2 almost at all. Fuck. I mean, just trying to get my knife back. Come on, Galahad. There you go.
I've lived too long to not know this day would come.
Why, Alistair? You have forces outside all these years.
I've seen things I am condemned to remember. Civilizations born and destroyed by humanity's incessant greed. The pride of men slaughtering each other in the name of their so-called God.
We will atone for our sins in time. But how can you justify the atrocities your kind have committed?
My kind are no more evil than yours.
What of your sister? Your father? Was it all a lie?
Izzy, my father. I loved them as my own blood. But they cannot begin to know the curse I have lived with.
My son.
Father, forgive me.
Anna, it is I who needs your forgiveness. I never meant this life for you.
You knew.
I have always known.
You son of a bitch.
I rescued him from the massacre of his family. Your father died by my sword. But a child? You didn't deserve such a fate. How could I have taken the life of an innocent?
Confess this to the Council, Lord Chancellor. It is the only way to make amends for the havoc that has been unleashed.
I cannot! The revelation would shake our order to its very foundations.
So I am to be sacrificed. How many more must die to ensure an eternal silence?
He is my son. I cannot be the one to end his life. Isabeau and the Council must never discover the truth, lest all you hold dear perish.
Do not ask this of me.
Henceforth, you shall have fellowship with no knights. The Order must remain united. You are no longer one of its heralds. Finish what you have begun, and vanish! Men were never meant to live this life.
There shall come a day when all our burdens will end, brother. Maybe then we shall know true peace.
You know, this is bullshit. I totally could just go up there and be like, hey, we can work things out. But I am gonna kill you, Alistair. Just as a note. You done some fucked up shit. Lots of fucked up shit. And I guess that's the end of the Order 1886? Wow! Wow. Well, the reviews definitely weren't kidding. It definitely ends on a note that doesn't even feel like it really ended. That felt like a chapter ending. Now, I would have been fine if there was like one more chapter and something else happened. Like we watch Galahad / Grayson, you know, on a boat heading away from the city or something. I can totally understand if he accepts the Supreme Chancellor's decision to just like leave the Order completely and never try to come back to it, even if it pains him to not tell Isabeau and all the others what's going on. But I think that was one way to end a game? Man, you know the problem with the Order 1886? It's not that it's short. It's that it just stopped. We shoot the guy, and then it fades to black to credits, and then I'm like, what? That was like a season finale kind of thing. You know? Like, it just ends off on this big-ass cliffhanger. He fires his gun, and you're like, no, you have to wait another year until the next season starts. No! That's even if the show gets another season. Oh, all right. Well, there's not much I can do about that except for wait until time goes on. You know what? I was actually starting to enjoy the Order 1886. It started off really, really meh. And I mean really meh. It took me a solid 2 to 3 hours out of this 5 to 6 hour experience to actually get into the groove of things. Now, that's not like uncommon. It does take me a while to get into a game and be like, okay, what am I doing? What is my character's motivation? What the fuck should I be, thinking about during all this? Especially in a game that kind of introduces you to a world where all the characters know what the fuck's going on, or at the very least have a semblance of idea what's going on. What are the half-breeds? What are the Lycans? How long have these guys been alive? All that stuff. They know all that stuff, so they don't really address it all too often. And so that kind of makes a problem where, like, you have to figure it out over a really long period of time. Now, thankfully, they didn't try to do too much of an exposition dump. There wasn't, like, a bajillion notes spread out throughout the game to like tell me, okay, this is what the Order is exactly like, this is what's happening. In fact, there weren't really all that collectibles that I could find at all, though maybe I missed a bunch. That is totally, that stands to reason, just because I didn't really look around too much. Like the couple of times I tried to look around an environment, I didn't get rewarded for anything. And so that was kind of one problem. I felt the game was very, like, so linear, it didn't even bother to go, hey, maybe you can find something behind this corner. Nope, just a dead end with a cool looking room. But after the first few hours of the game, like at the point where Mallory died, at the point where Sir Parzival died, and we heard, how long they've been alive, and how the Blackwater Holy Grail stuff works. That's when things start to kind of like click in my brain, be like, oh, I'm starting to grasp the story now.
Sir Galahad.
Oh, we do have an after-credit
The
scene.
whole of London is looking for you. We mustn't delay.
A night.
Sir Galahad.
No more.
Can you hear me? Sir Galahad.
Be at ease, Nicola. All is fine.
So you say, my friend. The Council has declared martial law throughout the city. There is no telling when the authorities will decide to mount an offensive. Now is not the time for heroics. I would advise we follow Lady Lakshmi's lead and leave the city.
I'll join you shortly. And don't you know, I'm Galahad, no more.
There you go. Okay. Now that's a little bit more of a better way to end things off. I was like, okay, we just end on a bang. No, we have a little bit of a mid-credit scene that makes me go, all right. It's not that super cliffhanger. It's still cliffhangery though. They established a world. They established this world where things are going on left and right. They have all these different twists. Oh shit, United India Company's got vampires and they're sending them to America. Oh shit, someone who's part of the Order is actually a half-breed lycanthrope, or maybe even, well, I don't know, he's an elder, which means he's been alive a long time and stuff. And it's like, oh man, things are getting interesting. This is like watching a TV series. And it starts off really slow as it starts introducing you, and it starts building up this tempo, but the first season is like really short, so it's only like 6 episodes long, and you're ended off with whoa, no, come on, continue. Aww. But let's talk about gameplay. So obviously, I enjoyed the story, sort of. The first 2 hours of the game had you like being handheld throughout the entire experience, and like the majority of the time in the first couple hours of the game, you're just like slowly trudging along, and I don't like having to be forced to slowly walk through a place and then actually be told to go somewhere, right? Like, hey, Galahad, I need you to go down this entire building, while slowly walking through it. No, motherfucker, let me sprint at least. Let me do the shepherd shuffle of like slowly fucking jogging through an area or some shit. But it didn't let me do it for the first parts of the game. But gameplay wise, all right. So QuickTime events, I don't usually care about QuickTime events. I actually do think that QuickTime events can lead to more cinematic decisions and cutscenes. You know, like, oh shit, press square to fucking slash the dude with your knife. I'm fine with that, especially since they introduced that relatively immediately in the game. It was one of the first things they introduced, so it wasn't like a surprise too much that, oh, there's gonna be QuickTime events in this game. Now, what I can say is I wish there were more QuickTime events in the game, or not really so much QuickTime events. I just wish that there was more of a response to some things. Like sometimes you'd brace yourself against a door, and they do 3, 2, 1, and they burst through the door. But they could have done like 3, 2, 1, press triangle to burst through the door or something. There was just like, it was like they didn't know what they wanted to do with their QuickTime events. You know, sometimes they wanted you to cock back the gun and prepare it or something by pressing square, and then sometimes they just make you go through an entire fucking cutscene where nothing happens, where there's no interaction, even when there's tons of things to do. Now obviously I don't care about like, you know, oh, I don't need him to open the door, like turn a doorknob kind of QuickTime events, but there were some things where it's like, okay, let me fucking press square, burst through the door, and let's get shit started. There were just too many moments in the game where you weren't really in control of anything, yet they wanted other moments where you were. It just didn't work out incredible, in my opinion. And there needed to be more of those parts where like you could choose, you could like look around and see which thing you wanted to do. I missed a couple of those just because like I was like, oh shit, I gotta do this thing immediately. But like I think it would have had like different results in how the fights led out in a very slight way, kind of. But besides QuickTime events, third-person shooting wasn't too bad. In fact, I was actually a little bit, I wouldn't say impressed, but not let down by it. Like, I wasn't disappointed by the combat in this game. Because when I saw the gameplay of this game, the last gameplay I saw of this game before I played was like a 5-minute segment inside the airship. And I saw he was shooting a pistol. I'm like, this pistol doesn't sound like anything. It doesn't really look like anything is really being, like any damage is really being done. But then I played it, you know, and I'm landing headshots, I'm taking out guys, I shoot a guy in the leg, and he hits the ground on his knee. And the guns didn't feel like amazing, but they were solid enough for a third-person shooter that it wasn't that bad. Now, the only problems gameplay-wise that I had in terms of third-person shooting, the only problem I ever had with the game was really like not being able to swap shoulders. So there were a lot of parts where like I'm hiding behind this pillar and I'm able to take out a whole bunch of enemies on my right side, but fucking nothing on the left. Unless I attach myself to the pillar or something. And it's just, we've had swapping shoulders for so long that it was just a weird thing to have, especially since you could look over the left side of pillars and shit. So it didn't make sense. But I think the gameplay-wise was generally fine. The only awful moments were when enemies were bum rushing us and they had like armor, like a ridiculous, like they had no real weak point from what I saw besides just shoot the shit out of them. That was what we were supposed to do for those guys with a lot of armor on their face and like chest. Shoot the shit out of them. And for a moment there at the end, I was like, maybe I have to shoot their feet, but then I was shooting the leg and nothing was coming of it. So those guys were just a tad bit ridiculous on hard difficulty. Probably on medium, it wasn't that bad, but on hard, they're like, I'm gonna kill you in 2 shots. Good luck killing me in 3 clips, you know. Or they weren't that awful. I do feel that sometimes the transition between like actually playing and like half playing and cutscenes, the way I considered it was the game had 3 different segments: cutscenes, quasi gameplay, and full gameplay. Full gameplay was me running around, shooting enemies, taking cover behind stuff, being able to sprint around wherever I need to. Half gameplay was the moments where like you're kind of walking, you're not able to sprint, you're just walking, and the only thing you can do is look around, maybe zoom in the camera. That's really about it. And then you have the cutscenes, which are obviously the cutscenes. Now, it transitioned between these 3 a lot. And I fully expected that. I fully expected it to be like the whole thing, kind of like Evil Within, where it's the cinematic, where it tries to be cinematic and it just changes in between gameplay and cutscene in kind of a seamless manner. There wasn't really like a big disconnect visually for it. Gameplay-wise, yeah, suddenly you just have no control, or suddenly you're just casually walking through an area. It had like the Gears of War 1 syndrome, where or was it Gears of War 2? I'm not sure. It just had that syndrome where you would just slowly walk through an area and you're just like, no, let me fucking move on to the next combat section or something, or the next cutscene at least. Not just slowly, people are talking to me and I'm looking at stuff. It just, that stuff was kind of, yeah. But for the most part, it was just kind of more of a run-of-the-mill third-person shooter. It wasn't anything amazing. Some of the weapons, most of the weapons were fairly normal. I really liked the arc gun. I really liked the incendiary. I liked all the special weapons. I really did. Every time they came in, I was like, oh, awesome. I get to kick some butt with these weapons. But for the most part, everything felt par for the course. But that's not a bad thing in my opinion. And it doesn't have to feel like super amazing, like holy shit, every gun's a fucking revolver kind of amazing. Sometimes you need normal kind of weapons to make that contrast between things, and that was totally fine with me. But I liked the gameplay enough that it wasn't that bad. And there were tons of moments where I'm like, oh shit, God, gotta take out all the enemies though, gotta be worried, they're really shooting the hell out of me. So yeah, I guess I liked The Order 1886. If I had to give it a rating, I really would have to give it an 8 out of 10. And I would love to give it a 9 out of 10. But it it ends on, like, as things are, like, ramping up, and you're like, oh shit, things are happening. Like, the story starts getting really, really, really good. And there's just all this intrigue, and, like, character interactions. They're just like, oh man, that sucks. And like, I even sort of felt bad about killing Lucan / Alistair, and then it ends like it's setting itself up for being a franchise, for being a series. But the problem is they didn't really say anything about this. At least I didn't see anything about it, where it's gonna be this $60 set of episodic type of episode things. It's just eh. Now, I don't think short games are a massive problem. There are plenty of games that are like 5 to 10 hours long and they're $60 and I have no problem with it, but we are coming to an era in gaming where games are typically around 8 to 10 hours at the least, and if not, then they range anywhere between the 18 to 20 to 30 hour mark. I really would have liked this game to have been like 10 hours. I feel like where we ended off was a good halfway point, and then they could have done like a time skip. They could have skipped to like a year later, and the Order, you know, all the knights are kind of falling into this depressed, stalwart mood where they're just kind of doing things only under orders rather than wanting to do it themselves, you know? And you could totally see like Ingrain becoming more and more deprived as she's just really angry about what's happened with Galahad, and she fully believes she's just betrayed the Order. And maybe that'll happen in the follow-up games, but we didn't get in this one. I would have loved it in this one. And that's just absolutely a real shame, since the story did start to build itself fairly well. If I had to judge the game fairly on just basically on the first 2 hours of gameplay, I would have gone, this game is a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10. But the third hour, the fourth hour, the fifth hour, all of those were very enjoyable. I'm like, I want to learn more about this world. What is going on? Now, there were some moments where I'm like, okay, literally all someone would have to do is speak up. And in a normal scenario with normal, sensible human beings, someone would go, huh, maybe we should do something about this. Like, what the fuck was that court session? Galahad said nothing as people were calling him guilty. Just say, I think Lucan is, or don't even say, just go, Lucan is a half-breed. Give him a test. You know? And see how long he withstands. You know, I mean, I don't know if there's any real way to give tests in this world. They don't say anything. Can I stab him with silver and he'll fucking react in a negative way? If I throw garlic at his face, will he go, I don't fucking know. I know it's one of that shit. Now, the only other problem I have with this game, if I had to give a problem, is that I think it harps on a lot of, like, history kind of stuff. And it assumes maybe you can put together the pieces of information like, oh yeah, Sir Arthur's table, and they're fucking going for the Holy Grail, and they actually got the Holy Grail, and so everyone's kind of a knight around this table, and they're all descended from those knights. But I'm like, I don't know anything about that stuff. I know King Arthur in name, there's a fucking sword thing, and like that's it. But then there's probably, you know, more information, and that's kind of like, I don't know, it does that weird thing where a lot of games try to take their story from like history or from fictional history and then pull it into their things, and they're like, yeah, so like we named this dude Hephaestus, and he's gonna totally be like that. That's just a weird thing. What else about the game? All right, we're moving on from that. Gameplay or graphics wise or presentation wise, that would include graphics, sound design, animation. I think all of these were really good. It was definitely a little bit weird. It had that whole Evil Within thing where like the top and the bottom of the screens are cut off to be more cinematic, and that's just kind of that's something I had to get used to, you know. Like, I don't want all games to ever do that ever, but in this sense it works out, since it does kind of feel like you're playing this movie TV show-esque kind of story. But animations were really good. Voice acting was really solid. There were a couple moments where I'm like, okay, like, say Percival inside the airship, when he just started yelling at you to get a move on. I'm like, okay, this is a sudden jump. What the fuck happened there? But, you know, animation-wise, you saw all the reactions to the face. It was very, if I had to, it was very next-gen-y. It looked really good. And I honestly think that this would be a 9 or 10 out of 10 experience if they had just had a longer game that actually fully rounded out the story, and then presented, say, a chance of a sequel maybe after that whole thing, after it just fully rounds about, rather than just kind of like building up these villains, building up these characters, and then once things actually start getting like, ooh, shit's starting to turn, you don't do that. It's just bad. But I enjoyed the game. Not enough to give it a 9 out of 10, but enough to, you know, make me sit down and generally finish it all within the same day. You know, I started recording this maybe 8 to 9 hours ago, and I stopped and took a break like maybe 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. This took 3 sessions all in one night, and I enjoyed it enough. And hell, if it was even longer, if it had been 8 to 10 hours, I probably would have gone on through that. But as it stands, as the game is, it's an 8 out of 10. It's not even, I don't even think, worthy of replay value. Now that I played through it, the only replay value I could see in this game is maybe like playing the first couple of segments now that I know the characters. because then I could be like, oh, Lafayette, no, you're giving me a chance, but it's so sad that you're doing this. Oh, Ingrain, I know about you. There's a possible love connection between us, but not really because you're a little bit different. Oh man, I have all these different things. Ah, it could have been. It was a solid game, and I don't think like looking at what this game company has done, Ready at Dawn or whatever. I don't think they've ever released like. I think this is their first game. I think this is their first like full release game that they've done on their own, and so this is highly impressive. They've done ports of a ton of different games like God of War or Kami and stuff like that, but I don't think they've ever done like a full-on, all right, this game is ours, it belongs to us, let's do this. And so this is a very impressive first outing that unfortunately feels more like an audition than it does a full masterpiece or anything. It feels more like a, hey, our company exists, look, we can make something that looks really, really good, we have a story that can be really solid, and that's it. And I guess that's really about it, you know? Now, I could comment about, like, the FPS. It's 30 FPS, but I don't really mind that too much. It's a small, like, if it's on console and it's 30 FPS, I'm alright with that. I only care too much when it's, like, on PC and it's locked at that, because most PCs can't attain a higher frame rate. Like, with the Evil Within, it just wasn't an optimized game. It doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look like it deserves to be running at like sub 30 to 40 FPS on like really badass computers, but that's what it kind of ran at once he's turned off the cap. And so it's like, no, just optimize your game maybe, and you might have been able to go a little bit higher. But we're gonna end off here. The game wasn't too bad. It wasn't the most amazing thing ever, but it definitely started like probably like sometime after chapter 5. Things started to go really, really interesting. I'm like, yes, more. I need to know more. It's like Game of Thrones. You know, you're just like, come on, I need to know more. What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen with all these characters? And I don't know. If they ever do a sequel, I'll definitely play it. If they expand the game through DLC, I'll be really annoyed, but probably play those too. But for now, that is The Order 1886. Thanks for watching this Let's Play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys later.